Some of the worst cars in America are rotting on dealership lots right now. They were hyped up, they were overbuilt, and now they're completely unwanted. But here's the scary part nobody's talking about. Some of these disasters are still being sold as great deals to unsuspecting buyers. How did these cars make it past the drawing board? Why are dealers still trying to push them? And which models will crash the hardest when they flood the used market? By the time this video ends, you'll know exactly what to avoid before you get stuck with a car that nobody wants. The Alfa Romeo Giulia looked like it had everything going for it. Sculpted panels, aggressive styling, and that classic Italian flair that makes heads turn. Slide behind the wheel and you'd think this machine was built for driving enthusiasts. Sharp handling, balanced weight, and performance that rivals cars costing twice as much. It should have been a massive success. Instead, it became one of the biggest automotive disasters of 2025. Despite all that promise, this car turned into a nightmare. Chronic reliability problems destroyed its reputation. Electrical glitches, drivetrain failures, and service nightmares that never get fixed. Buyers who wanted peace of mind ran away fast, especially when resale values crashed the moment you drove it off the lot. Only 541 units sold nationwide in the first quarter. That's shockingly low for a car that was supposed to save Alfa Romeo. Dealerships are sitting on units they can't move, even with massive discounts. Some sales managers are quietly steering customers away from ordering new ones because they know servicing these cars is more trouble than it's worth. The Kia Niro EV seemed like it could work. Compact, electric, and wearing the Kia badge that's known for reliability. With its high roofline and modern styling, it looked like the kind of crossover that could quietly succeed. Unfortunately, this car has no idea what it wants to be. It's not spacious enough for families looking for a small SUV. It's not efficient or exciting enough for dedicated electric car buyers. The interior looks stripped down and cheap. The driving experience feels dead even for city commuting. Inventory is stacking up in alarming numbers. In Philadelphia alone, dealers are sitting on more than 2 years' worth of stock with zero movement. Despite price cuts and incentives, nobody cares. It's too expensive for budget shoppers, too boring for brand loyalists, and too compromised to earn a second look. In a market where identity matters, this car has none. The Nissan Z forgot who it was supposed to impress. This reborn sports car returned with nostalgic lines, twin-turbo power, and rear-wheel drive that should have stirred enthusiasts' hearts. On paper, it had everything right. Manual transmission option, aggressive styling, and the promise to revive a legendary badge. But the execution left everyone disappointed. Instead of being an affordable alternative to European coupes, it landed with a price tag that shocked buyers. Positioned high enough to clash with the Toyota Supra and BMW 2 Series, it created total confusion. Budget Z fans couldn't afford it. Buyers in that price range chose brands with more prestige. The Toyota GR86 should have been a home run. Lightweight, low-slung, and razor-sharp in corners. This is exactly what driving enthusiasts dream about. Manual gearbox, naturally aspirated engine, and rear-wheel drive wrapped in a coupe body that looks born for track days. Yet in the real world of 2025, it became one of the biggest showroom disasters in the country. Only 36 units sold nationwide last month. Not 36 per dealership, 36 total. Because practicality won. In a market dominated by crossovers, high interest rates, and multi-use vehicles, a compact two-door with tiny cargo space and no all-wheel drive can't find buyers. The Nissan Versa used to dominate the entry-level market. It was the car you bought when you needed brand-new transportation for the lowest monthly payment. Simple, reliable, and surprisingly roomy for its size, it was everywhere in the early 2010s. But 2025 changed everything. The rise of compact crossovers completely killed demand for small sedans. Buyers now expect more features, higher seating, better safety tech, and modern connectivity, none of which the Versa delivers competitively. Even the pricing advantage disappeared as used midsize cars and entry-level crossovers offer more value. The Mitsubishi Mirage G4 promises simplicity. Low price, low maintenance, and basic transportation for people who just need to get around. It's been the cheapest new car in America for years. In reality, this car represents something tragic. It doesn't pretend to be stylish, sporty, or sophisticated. And that brutal honesty is exactly what doomed it. Today's buyers, even on tight budgets, care about image. The interior is painfully basic. The engine feels sluggish. The ride quality is terrible. The Chrysler Voyager was supposed to offer minivan practicality at a budget price. Marketed as an affordable alternative to the Chrysler Pacifica, it promised essential features without the luxury cost. But that promise falls apart the moment you step inside. Stripped of modern features, premium materials, and basic conveniences, this became the definition of automotive compromise. It's not luxurious enough to justify the badge, not rugged enough to stand out, not affordable enough to make the compromises worthwhile. Even longtime Chrysler fans are staying away. Sales have been terrible. Buyers who once considered this nameplate now choose trusted alternatives from Kia, Honda, and Toyota. The Dodge Charger built its reputation on performance, heritage, and muscle. For decades, it was the go-to full-size performance sedan for drivers who wanted V8 power, aggressive styling, and raw attitude. So when Dodge announced a redesign blending internal combustion with electric options, there was cautious hope. Instead, it became total market confusion. The new generation sits in showrooms with radically different styling, revised trim levels, and a drivetrain mix that pleases nobody. Traditional muscle car fans feel betrayed by electric powertrains. Tech-forward buyers still see the badge as old school and noisy. The car is stuck between eras. The Jaguar F-Pace promised premium styling, athletic proportions, and British luxury cachet. With its aggressive front grille, high riding stance, and performance-tuned suspension, it looked like a sporty alternative to German utility vehicles. Unfortunately, the reality tells a different story. The F-Pace suffers from exactly what luxury buyers try to avoid: chronic reliability problems, steep depreciation, and a service network that can't meet expectations. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio promised something different: sleek curves, sculpted bodywork, and an undeniably athletic stance designed to stand out among bland crossovers. That promise hasn't been delivered. In 2025, the Stelvio remains one of the least popular luxury vehicles in America. The interior feels cramped with a backseat and cargo area that fall behind virtually all competitors. The Ford F550 Super Duty was built to haul, tow, and handle the heaviest commercial tasks. But in practice, the F550 became one of the most overstocked vehicles in America. In Philadelphia alone, there's currently a 2,385-day supply. That means it would take over 6 years to clear existing inventory at current sales rates. The Ford F350 Super Duty should be unstoppable. Power, capability, and brand loyalty made this truck a worksite staple. Yet in 2025, the F350 became a retail anchor, dragging down dealer inventory nationwide. With more than 630 days of prior model year supply at some dealers, Ford faces a serious overstock problem. The Volkswagen ID.4 entered the electric landscape with global significance. Developed under VW's bold plan to electrify everything, it was meant to be their mass-market electric solution. Unfortunately, in the competitive electric landscape of 2025, this vehicle finds itself stranded. It's not affordable enough to undercut the Chevrolet Bolt or Hyundai Kona Electric, not refined enough to steal share from the Tesla Model Y. But there's one vehicle that beats them all. A car so unwanted it's practically radioactive. The Ford Mustang Coupe has been embedded in American car culture for over 6 decades. It symbolized affordable performance, youthful rebellion, and unmistakable style. Until now. In 2025, the internal combustion Mustang Coupe reached an unprecedented sales crisis. Units from the previous model year are sitting on dealer lots for more than 400 days. What was once a showroom centerpiece became dead weight. The market for internal combustion sports cars is evaporating under emissions pressure and generational apathy. For the first time in its long history, the car that once defined American performance finds itself outpaced, outpriced, and out of time. Which of these shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insider looks at what's really happening in the car market. And also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos about cars you'd like to hear.